These complex realities may explain the predominant focus of decolonial scholarship on race, as opposed to both religion and race. In my view, the critical theory of race, popularly acronymized as CRT for critical race theory, in some ways may be treated as the precursor to decolonial thought. This could explain the reasons for the scholarship on coloniality being centered on race, which continues to shine a spotlight on the race consciousness of the colonizer, its direct impact on the nature of colonial power, the manner of its exercise, and its myriad all-pervasive manifestations. This is not to deny the existence of some stellar growing scholarship on coloniality that expressly brings religion, specifically Christianity, within its ambit, thereby acknowledging its role in European colonization and in engendering race consciousness. That said, subject to correction to the extent that I have read the literature on coloniality, a significant cross-section of the scholarship continues to speak around the issue of religion, barring a handful of scholars, which could be a hangover from the religion-reticent legacy of critical race theory. To be fair, this could also be because decolonial thought is relatively recent and therefore the Asian perspective, in particular the Indian perspective, could do a lot to address this reticence of the existing scholarship on coloniality in relation to religion without being dissuaded by it. This is because, unlike the Americas and Africa, since Asia has managed to preserve its non-Christian character to a considerable degree, its contemporary everyday encounters with coloniality are in a way representative of European coloniality's unfinished business in Asia. In fact, the active local resistance offered by the indigenous faith systems of Asia, in particular Bharat, to coloniality and its underlying evangelical motivations makes the study of coloniality all the more relevant and critical to their existence and survival. Notwithstanding the reluctance of decolonial scholarship to discuss the role of religion, a reluctance that is hopefully diminishing, I believe that the societies of Asia and the rest of the world do have a lot to learn from the American and African experience with coloniality. After all, the aims and modus operandi of European colonization were similar and were tempered only by the local conditions and the degree of resistance offered by the different indigenous societies. This could at least present contemporary Asian societies with a decent starting point in their respective original decolonial journeys. It is also important that the Asians ask themselves whether the decolonial approach is the better approach for them in comparison to the post-colonial approach. As stated earlier, this question will be discussed in some detail in this section after discussing the various facets of coloniality, including its ontology, epistemology, theology, and racial foundations.